Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonka922. Okay, a lot of reviews to do. I just did my fairy tale discussions. That's out of the way. I'm gonna leave the fairy tale episode review for tomorrow night. So, just for tonight, I'm going to put for later. Okay, right now it's time to review One Piece 543. Wow, this was a crazy ass episode. Oh my god. Well, I didn't cry, but it was still touching in a way. It was like, wow, you know. Pretty much what happens is, Jinbei's there. He's still telling Luffy, Nami, everybody there, this story of Tiger Fisher. And basically, what we have is, the Sun Pirates have Koala, and they're going to take her back to her home. And we left off with that was, Tiger Fisher was basically saying, he's throwing the gun in the water, saying, we won't kill humans, so on and so forth. And everybody agrees. What happens is they clean up Koala, they give her new clothes and all this other stuff, and they're going to take her back. Now, Arlong's negativity towards the situation is, he's like, he's saying how her parents are just like every other human we've known. They're horrible against fishmen and so on and so forth. And just this conflict of Arlong saying that, he can't accept Koala and the whole thing. But basically, Tiger Fisher is saying, he needs to do that to accept it and to move on. And basically, they're going to take her back to her home. And while in between that, we see scenes of, them catching like a few, getting food and stuff, and she's helping them. It's like this interesting kind of situation. And it's just like a montage almost of them quality time with Koala. Can't say that name correctly. And basically, and Arlong, I just noticed Arlong has this sort of vendetta. He won't, And so what happens is Jinbei's there, and he's still continuing the story, and about the island they went to, Koala's home island. They brought her home island, and Tiger Fisher decides to bring her to her village on the island. And Arlong's still got this negativity towards it. Everyone's saying goodbye to her, and he's in the background. He's not saying goodbye to Koala as she leaves. And so Tiger Fisher's holding her hand and walking with her to the village. And that's when, and the whole thing with Arlong was he was saying, how you guys didn't see it the past 3 years, how humans are treating us, and they will never truly accept us. So basically, what ends on happening is he's bringing her to the village, and he stops, and he sends her off, and Koala sees as her mom. She says, "Mom, father," and she's crying and so emotional. Eventually, people notice that's Tiger Fisher. He's a fisherman, all that stuff. So then Koala waves to him and says, "Uncle," calls him Uncle. Calls him Uncle Tiger, saying thank you for sending me back, so on and so forth, just giving thanks to him. And he's walking by, and he's just like this with his hand. It's pretty interesting, emotional scene. And then he gets stopped by the Navy. The Navy's there. The Marines, they're there. Somebody in the village called the Marines, and that's what happened. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 gunshots. And then people from the Sun Pirates hear these gunshots and realize something's up. And then Koala's looking at her mother and says, "Did you hear that?" And she says, "No." And while that's going on, obviously, then what happens is the Navy shows up and Arlong sees it and Jinbei sees it, and then they realize they're being attacked and this was all set up, and freaking Arlong saying, "Oh, look, that girl, she set us up. She was just a ploy to get us here," and blah, blah, blah. So what ends up happening is Jinbei tells Arlong, "You'll take care of the Navy. Me and the others are going to go get Tiger Fisher." So they all leave the boat to go after him, and then he's just got all blood. They all shot him, and he's just standing there. I'm like, holy shit, this guy is fucking beast. And he's just standing there, and he just starts attacking people, the Navy guys, and then Jinbei shows up. He knocks out one guy, the admiral, and they're able to get Tiger Fisher out of there. And they commandeer a Navy ship and get Tiger Fisher on the ship, and so on and so forth. And just setting out, and they find human blood on the ship, and they want to do a transfusion to Tiger Fisher to help him. And he says, no! He doesn't want human blood pumping through his veins. And he says he never told anyone this. But what happened was, after his last trip coming back to Fishman Island, he was talking to King Neptune, Jamon, and the Queen, Otahime, and says, "I saw humans." Well, that wasn't the whole story. The whole story was he was caught, and he was brought to the Holy City. He was a slave. And that was the whole big scene. He was crying his eyes out. And he was like, he's basically telling Jinbei and the others, you need to trust in the new generation of humans. So people like Koala, people like her, children who are able to see the good side of fishermen, is what we need to look forward to. And he says, he still hates the humans, and he just can't accept them, and he feels that interfering, and he was saying something about peace with Otahime, saying that her peace will eventually come, but that he could not accept them at all. And I mean, can really think about it. He would rather die than accept mercy from human blood. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then he dies. And then it was like, boss, boss, boss. And Jinbei's crying, and almost everybody's crying. And that's how it ends. I was like, wow. Total fucking emotion. It's like manly tears. Manly stuff going on there. And it was just amazing, because you think about it, he was a slave. And he broke out all those people who were slaves that were with him also. I was just like, wow. Holy shit. That's incredible. Unbelievable. So this definitely was a great episode of One Piece. I was enthralled by it. Just the fact that, that's what he was trying to get at. That the next generation of humans, that's what needs to be looked forward to. Children like Koala, who will eventually not hate fishermen. So, in reality, the thing with Arlong and Nami and all that other stuff, Arlong just could not accept the fact of what Tiger Fisher was saying. That was the problem. See, it's a continuous cycle of hate. That's what it is. It's a continuous cycle of hate. And now, after hearing the story, you gotta figure what Dami's gonna do now. After hearing the story. Because, in all the honesty, I mean, alright, Nami had a rough time, but so did Koala, so did everyone who were slaves. So, you gotta think of it that way. But definitely a great episode. I liked it. I want to apologize to people. The fact that I didn't review last week's episode. It was the Toriko crossover. But I think this episode was kick-ass. Manly tears. 3.5 out of 5. I would give him a 4. 4. He definitely deserves a 4 out of 5. No question. This is just such an emotional scene. So, definitely enjoyed it. Props. Tiger Fisher. Props to him. He's like, you know, everyone should give all the respect in the fucking world to Tiger Fisher. He's the man. You know, he's the fish man. Because he is just, take no shit. I ain't gonna accept humans' blood. I'm gonna die as a fisherman. So that was a little bit. Okay, so that's the story there. Bonkai922 here. And I'll see you guys later. I'm trying to think what I should do. Fate Zero, I'll wait for tomorrow. I guess that means I'm gonna have to watch Fairy Tail. I'll see if I can. But anyway, see you guys later.